there, good looking. Stick around for this awesome weight training workout for women over the age of 40. It's easy to follow and we will hit every single muscle in your body. Trainer's promise. Now you need some tools for this workout. So I want you to grab what you consider are a pair of heavy dumbbells and a pair of moderate. And hey, if you haven't already done so, I would love to keep working with you. Please click the subscribe button and click that notification bell and let's keep this party going. All right, lace up those runners. We're gonna go get warmed up. Hello there. Hey, welcome. George and I are so happy you decided to join us for this workout. Hey, listen, welcome to the weight training program for women over the age of 40. If you're new to the channel, new to me, my name is PJ Rand. I've been a certified personal trainer for over 25 years now, working with women over the age of 40. And heck, I'm 50 years old myself. So it's so awesome you popped onto the channel, and I hope you click that subscribe and we can keep working together. Now, how about we get warmed up and I'll chat about the workout as we warm up. Deal? Awesome. Okay, let's start with the basic squat pattern because that's gonna warm everything up from basically here down. Feet are shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out. Push your bum back for me, and then as we come up, drive up off of the heels. Perfect. Come down, knees track with toes, drive up. Now, when we squat, I want you to be aware that you're not rounding the spine, okay? So there's a hip hinge, the knees are tracking with the toes, and the head is up. I find when people look down, we tend to round our upper backs. So we tend to follow our gaze, right? So I want you to look straight ahead, keep that mid-back integrity. Now, we are gonna start the workout with a core routine, move into a strength routine, go back to that original core routine, move into strength, and then finish off with that core routine. I wanted to throw some core, as you can tell. Last 4, 3, 2, one more, 1. Perfect. Now, alternating lunge pattern. If you're able to, I want you to try to get that back knee to the ground, lift up, reach up, and then feet together. Now, I understand that knees can be sensitive with lunges, so maybe this is where you're at for your lunge. You work with what is pain-free, all right? However, if you're able to, we want that back knee down to the mat. Provide a little extension with the spine as we lift up, reach up with the arms, and alternate that pattern. So dynamic stretch through the hip flexors and quads, into the shoulders as well, and into our spine. So I hope you're having a great day. It's super muggy where I live right now. Holy cow. In fact, I'm quite surprised that my hair is straight right now. I have naturally curly hair in any type of humidity. Poof, Q-tip. But after this workout, it'll be Q-tip. Last 4, 3, if you have naturally curly hair, you feel it. You feel my pain. 1 more. Excellent. Let's take it down for a 90-90. If you've been to my workouts before, everybody loves these. We're working deep into the hip, into the internal and external rotators. Our setup is front knee lines up with the front hip, knee and ankle line. So 90-degree bend, hence the name of the exercise. And then the back knee lined up with the hip and the ankle lined up with the knee. So 90-90. Hands can be behind. We keep the feet where they are and we windshield wiper knees to the other side. And then we do it again. Now, if you're able to, I want you to lift the hands up. Again, you keep your feet where they are. We're simply just windshield wipering the knees side to side. Now, you're gonna travel with this movement. So I'm traveling forward. My best guess is so are you. Just keep going. If you need to readjust because you've run out of space, go for it. Are you able to get that back or the outside of the knee to hit the mat and then the inside of the knee to hit the mat? That's our goal, okay? So here, external rotation, here, internal rotation. 4 more. I'm really traveling here. 2, 1 more. Beautiful. Take yourself down onto your mat, feet hip width apart. Drive up into a bridge. Arms are in what I call robot position. Now, as we drive up in the bridge, I want you to take that right arm, reach up across this body, and then come back down, bum down. Here we go. Reach up. Good. So we're reaching up to the opposite corner of the mat or opposite corner of your room as we bridge up. So now we're working into the glutes, into the posterior chain of the body while we get a rotation working into your T-spine or thoracic spine, getting into the shoulders. As you can probably tell by the way my voice keeps rising, I love this one and I'm super excited to share it with you. Can you get those hips up higher? Now I find I got to keep walking my feet towards my bum. You may be the same. We want to keep those heels close to the tush. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful, and bring it down. Okay, we're gonna start, and as I said, we start with those core movements and then we move into the strength. So we have 10, 10, 10, and 10. What does that mean? That means 10 reps. So we are not doing a timed set for our first one. Plank crunches, take a look. I'm on my forearms. I'm either in a modified crunch or plank, pardon me, or I'm full on. From this position, I lift knee, bringing rib to hip, other side, rib to hip. Okay, 1 knee in is 1 rep. Secondary exercise, we stay in plank. We push ourselves forward and back. That's called a saw, and that's for a count of 1. Final 1 into a side plank, either here or modified here, and we drop the hip for 10. And then the final one, we drop the hip on the other side. When we get to the side plank, I understand that could bother some people's shoulders. I want you to drop down out of the plank then and give me a side crunch, okay? If you have sensitive shoulders, you should be able to do a double arm forearm plank. If you're not, then really the best bet here is a V-sit. And then when we do the saws, you'll do a double crunch, okay? So if you're new to the channel, this is what I do. I totally get it. The over 40 body does not work 100% of the time. So I will always show options. So ready? Plank crunches for 10. So forearms, knees or toes. Ready? Here we go. Bring that left knee. Externally rotate the hip. Bring it up towards that arm. 1, right knee. 2, 3. Now we're not dropping out of plank when we're done the 10 here. 4, 5, 6, maybe you're on your knees, 7, or maybe you're holding that V-sit, 8, 9, 10, hold this plank. Now seesaw the body forward and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you feel those abs, George? 1, into a side plank. What's your modified? On the knee. What's your no shoulder option? Side crunch, okay? You choose, ready, now drop that hip down and drive it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, elbow under shoulder, ready, set, and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come on up. Bravo. There was your appetizer. Now you ready for the main course? Here we go. We're starting out with a goblet squat, alternating that with a alternating row pattern. I want you to grab what you consider are a heavy dumbbell. I'm using a 20-pound. Okay, this is the 2 moves that we're doing. 3 rounds, 40 seconds on. Toes turned out, feet wide, dumbbell held down like so. Drop down, see if you can get the elbows to touch the inside of the thighs, and then drive up. Secondary move, we have a neutral spine, very important. We alternate our arm and row. All right, very important though that you keep that neutral spine. So let's do a quick practice. Just a quick, come on, just a quick, I promise. Feet hip width apart. Now place your hands at the very top of your thigh, so right at that hip crease. Now push your bum back with your hands, and as you do, hinge forward. So I've kept my spine in that same position, that standing, and I have the same position here. That's what we want. That's what's called neutral spine. You hear it said quite often. And we maintain that spinal integrity while we do the whole workout so that we don't put any stress on the discs. So please don't do that. Okay? Deal? Excellent. You ready, George? George is ready. George has had a really rough day. I'll tell you in a sec. Here we go. Let's get set up for the goblet squat. Chest lifted and come on down. We went for our walk today in the dog park, which got a bunch of trails, and he must have ran through a beehive, and he got like 3 bees stuck in his coat. German Shepherds have 2 coats, so lots of stuff gets stuck in there. Like I think there's maybe small children stuck in them too. But anyways, he got bit, he got stung. And I didn't know it was bees. He just kept on trying to bite this one area on his side. So I just started to scratch him there, and these bees, still alive, barely, came flying out of his coat. So yeah, he's had a rough day. Time. See? We didn't even know we did that work, did we? All right, so let's get into neutral spine. Remember, hip hinge, abs engage, ready, one arm rose up, and then the other arm. Now, hey, if you are one of my advanced people, you can head yourself down on the ground and do a renegade row. Your choice. If you're doing the renegade row, feet apart, hips squared, dumbbell drops right underneath the chest. Your choice, standing or rows down here with me. Time. All right, those are our 2 moves. Let's get set up. Goblet squat, round 2. Okay, chest up, head up, go. So we're doing a technique with this workout called supersetting. We're supersetting upper and lower body for the whole workout. So now our arms are gonna get a break while our legs work, and then vice versa when we do the rows. It's a great way to train without having to stand around and wait for that muscle recovery, okay? We might as well work another muscle group, right? Right, PJ. Good, I'm glad you're on the same page. I seriously feel like I'm working out in a sauna right now. Holy cow, it's muggy here. I know, I already said that. Just thought I'd say it again. Time. All right, bent over row. Again, it's that hip hinge, okay? Arm straight, other one down for a target, and we alternate, go. Or join me, full plank, go. So I'm opted to keep my 20 for both movements. You can always bring it down for one of the moves, right? Most of us, our legs are stronger than our upper body. But I want to change that on you, so if you can, keep that heavy for your upper body moves too. Hey, bud. Time. All right, final round. You okay? Dumbbell held in close, chest lifted, go. I've never had a dog stung by a bee before, let alone 3. And I'm 50 and I've had my own dog since 19 years of age, so I've had a few dogs in my time. Only George. Time, okay? Final rows. Again, you can hinge from those hips or join me in full plank, dumbbell under chest. Go. Almost there. Come on, hang in there. Let's go. Time. Great job. All right, next 2 moves. Unfortunately, this one we're on the mat and the secondary move we're standing. I don't usually do a ton of up-down movements because I know it's super annoying. But sometimes as a trainer, I have to program them just to work complementing muscle groups. All right, I want you to grab the partner to your heavy. I'm gonna use a pair of 20s. Our first movement pattern, down on the mat. Start with a bridge, elbows in tight, tricep presses. So it's like a chest press, but my elbows are in tight to hit more triceps. Secondary exercise, suitcase deadlifts, feet hip width. Dumbbells hanging by your side, just like the suitcases. Hip hinge a bit, come down, see if we can get the dumbbells to touch the ground, and come on up. So we're coming up by using more of a hip hinge pattern, less of a knee bend. See the spine, it's neutral, just like we did in that first exercise. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's get down. Give me the bridge with this chest press as well, or tricep press, so that we get into the glutes. Get yourself set up. Elbows on ground, wrists lined up with elbows, and press straight up. Once again, I'm gonna try and keep my 20s for both movements, but my 15s are there just in case. So you can get the back of the upper arm to hit your mat with every rep. And then the wrists are lined up with the elbows. Time. All right, let's get standing. Feet are hip width apart, so they're not wide. Let the dumbbells just hang down on an angle. Now, hip hinge with a bit of a knee bend to get the dumbbells to touch the ground, and then drive up, squeeze the booty forward. Good. Push through the heels, drive up. So it's less squat, more hip hinge pattern, so more deadlift, or RDL on this case. Dumbbells are just hanging there, just like suitcases. Remember those days when we used to travel and use suitcases? One day we'll be able to travel freely again. One day. And then what's your first place, time that you're gonna travel to? Come on down. Is it Canada? If it is, look me up. I'm on the West Coast. Ready, set, go. We are headed to Italy as soon as we are cleared to, because that's where we were supposed to be exactly when COVID hit. And then from there, we're gonna head over to the UK, because I have a ton of UKers on my Patreon community, and we're gonna do a workout together. And I'm gonna hang out with my friends, Abby and Natalie. I'm gonna let them buy me dinner and drinks. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Time, okay, back to squat. Were you one of those two that were supposed to travel during COVID? Go. Yeah, we were supposed to leave May 1st. And it was to celebrate my 50th birthday. And my husband would have turned 59 while we were in Rome. So I know there are a lot of stories like mine. Of course, right? Could have turned out a lot worse. We could have lost a loved one due to COVID, which a lot of people did. So a delayed trip is nothing. Time. All right. Last round. Hips up, elbows in tight. Ready, set, go. Whew, I don't know about you, but this is getting awfully tough with 20s. Keep going though, okay? We need to build strength, and to do that, we have to lift heavy. So your heavy might be 5 pounds now, but it sure as heck better not be next month or next 4 weeks. Keep building. That's how you get stronger. Stay with the same dumbbells, you're gonna stay the same. Time. Whew, come on up. Suitcase deadlift, and then we're moving into those 4 ab drills that we did to begin with. Go. The other thing that's a huge fallacy with weight training in women is, will we gain bulk by lifting heavier? We won't, okay? Men do because of the hormone testosterone. Women, we have a much smaller percentage of it, and even less as we get into our menopausal and postmenopausal days. Instead, what the heavy dumbbells are going to do, increase your lean muscle tissue, increase the strength of your tendons, increase the strength of your bones. So those are pretty damn good things. Time. Whew. All right. We're moving into those abs. So this time I turn the timer off. Remember, it's 10, 10, and 10, reps of 10. So we start with the plank. Okay, bringing the knee up, or maybe you're holding a V-sit if the shoulders feel sensitive. Ready, set, go. 10, 9, you can also be on the knees. 8, 7, 6, or you could be like George and just lie there. It's your workout. One more each side. Now, hang tight with plank. Seesaws here for 10. If you're in V-sit, you're doing those double crunches, knees to chest. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Onto your side. Modify on the bottom knee. Get rid of the plank altogether by doing a side crunch. Ready? Hip drops if you're in plank. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Ready, set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, moving on to our strength drill. If you need a sip of water, now is the time to grab that. I'm going to take my own advice and have a sip. We want the moderate dumbbells for the next drill. Okay. Hip hinge again, reverse flies. So we hip hinge, elbows slightly bent, we fly the arms up. Now if that bothers your shoulders, I want you to drop the weight down even more and then rotate the thumbs so they're pointed away and lead with the thumbs on the way up. So you really externally rotate the shoulder on that. Sometimes when we hold our arms in what we call neutral position, that can impinge on the bicep tendon. So if that's you, please grab lighter weights, thumbs up, and we'll do reverse flies that way. I can't demo it because I'm using 15s. There is no effing way I can do that with 15s. So I'll just cue ya. Secondary exercise, legs really wide, side to side lunges to hit into the glutes and hammies. We take it down, drive up. Now we can also keep whatever knee that we're bending, that dumbbell into the hip. That'll modify this move. It will also feel a lot better for those of you with sensitive low backs. Okay, 3 rounds, 40 seconds on. Whew, I gotta wipe the sweat. Okay, yeah, I tell you, it is muggy. It is down south muggy right now, and I don't live down south. Here we go. The reverse flies. Let's start with the hip hinge, okay? Beautiful. So chest is parallel with your ground. Dumbbells are just under the belly and chest, elbows bent out. Fly up, squeeze the shoulder blades, come back towards center, nice and slow and controlled. Now there's no doubt the low back muscles are working. So I want you to pull those abs in, recruit that deep core. Yeah, I've been to Savannah and Charleston, North Carolina, and this is what it feels like right now. This is very unusual for Vancouver, BC, Canada, rainforest. Time. Toes turned out, feet wide, all right? We don't want those knees going past your toe box. Now bend one way, push your hips back, keep yourself squared to me, other side. So you're not going to twist the body to the knee that's bending. You're going to still stay squared to me. Toes are turned out so the knees and toes track. And again, neutral spine. Sensitive low back. Whatever knee is bending, just let that dumbbell rest in the top of the thigh. Really easy, quick modification on that one. You're trying to get the dumbbells to the ground too by bending your knee, not your back. Let the motion come through those legs, the powerhouses of your body. Time. All right, round 2, reverse fly. So feet hip width, abs engaged. Whew. Hip hinge, and go. So George is getting to become quite the celebrity on the YouTube channel. I'm glad you guys like him. I don't mind him myself. There were times though when he was a wee puppy. Oh boy. Shepherds are very strong-headed, strong-willed. That's a better word, not strong-headed. Strong-willed. And so am I. Time. All right. Toes turned out. Ready? Side lunges. Get set. Go. We're doing multiple sets so we can really fatigue the muscle so that you can see some gains. One set training, it's good to do once in a while, and you'll see gains if you're a real beginner. Time, last round. But after you've been training for a series of months, you need the multiple sets. Here we go. Sorry. And reverse flies. I know, single set training's fun. You're in, you're out, you're done. But hey, if you showed up, I want to give you a workout that's going to give you results, okay? So, and as I said in the intro, I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm a certified trainer, continue increasing my skills with every year. Every 2 years, get recertified, CPR and first aid. Time. Whew. That was getting a little too much with 15s. Ready? Side lunge, go. Yeah, technically, because I don't personal train anymore and I don't teach in live classes anymore, I don't need my CPR first aid, but it's a good skill to keep going with. Thankfully, I've never had to use it in over 2 decades. Even for the 5 years I worked at a large hospital here in Vancouver in their cardiac rehab unit, I led the exercises for the cardiac patients. Time. All right, moving on. Tricep kickbacks to squat press. So, 40 seconds are on the clock. Ooh, let me just pause the timer. We're going to take one dumbbell, moderate or heavy, and do kickbacks like so. If you have lighter dumbbells, you can also do kickbacks like so. But I find, or I thought, that maybe by this time in the program, your low back might be getting a little tired because we have done some forward flexion movements, so you might prefer it standing. Secondary exercise, you can keep the one dumbbell or you can grab 2. We squat and press. So this is a double whammy for the triceps. If you've been to my workouts before, you know I like to train the triceps. All right, so I'm going to use a 20 for my triceps, and then I'm going to try to use a 15 in each hand for my squat press. That's the plan, at least at the moment. That could change. All right, so let's get set up. For the squat, if you're doing it standing with me, I like to stagger my stance. I find it's easier on my low back, and then I put a little bit more weight than usual in my back leg. Arms are straight up. Drop the dumbbells so the post comes right behind the head and straighten. Breathe, feel the back of the arms. Now, if this is uncomfortable for the shoulders, then you'll go into that kickback. So again, you keep going. The kickback is here, kickbacks. Okay, a dumbbell in each hand. And breathe. Those muscles need oxygen to keep moving. Time. Okay, squat press. So you grab one dumbbell or two. Your feet are just a touch wider than the shoulders. Dumbbells rest at the shoulder, or if you're holding onto one, in front of the chest. Squat low. Use the hips to drive up. So if you notice, I kind of use momentum to get the dumbbells up. Whoo! I feel the triceps, you? Yeah. Hello, time. All right, round two. Whew. So, triceps. Ready? Go. Oh my goodness. Whew. Whew. Triceps are almost done. Time. Whew. Okay, squat press, round two. Feet wide. If you have tight hips, maybe a bit wider than normal, and come down and drive up. See if you can get the elbows to touch the tops of your thighs. Keep the chest lifted and gazes up, okay? Remember my earlier cue, if we look down, the posture tends to follow and our backs tend to round. Time. All right, I'm dropping down to my 15 for this last set of triceps. Whew. Yeah. Ready? Go. I have officially toasted my triceps. So what I do when I can't do it anymore is I split up my set in mini rep. So I'm gonna do 5, take a breather, and then come up and do another 5 and so forth until the timer goes. Time. It seems to work for me. You may have to break your sets up to sets of 3. Okay, here we go. Last set, squat and press. But that's how I work it out when I find I gotta stop and I don't want to. Don't let myself, I just modify. Whew. Down to 1 dumbbell now. So a lot of triceps in this workout. I snuck them in. You're probably feeling it now, but even snuck in a lot of the moves. Time. All right. Okay, at home, all we have to do is finish off the core routine and then we're done, okay? That's it. Just do the dessert and then we're done. I know, probably not the dessert you were looking for, but the results are worth it. So you start down with a plank, or perhaps you're in a static V-sit. Knees or toes. We have 10 reps, bringing the knee up. Ready, set, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Body saws on the knees or toes, or double crunch if you're in a V-sit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Here we go. Side plank or side crunch. Go. Drop it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Last side. Here we go. Elbow under shoulder. Ready, set, drop it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh my goodness, I'm proud of you. Bravo. Now don't leave me yet. We're going to do some stretches and then you can continue on with your day. Let's start with a hip flexor stretch. Back knee and hip aligned. Front knee and ankle, you're going to lunge forward a bit to align them. Upper body is upright, okay? So we want the shoulder and hip aligned. And now take that arm, reach it straight up, so you're trying to pull the rib cage away from the hip and then lean away. Awesome job. So this is the type of strength training routine, as I said, that's going to increase your lean muscle tissue, increase the strength of your connective tissue. So those are your tendons and ligaments, important for injury-free, to stay injury-free, as well as increase your bone density. Release, other side. Lunge in, tuck the hip under, inhale the arm straight up, trying to separate the rib and the hip, and then lean away. Now, is this the best weight training program, as the title on the thumbnail and on the video says? Well, that's totally self-proclaimed. It is good. It was designed specific for the muscles that tend to be weak in women over the age of 40, but it's not the best in the world. I hope you enjoyed it, though. I hope you thought it was the best. And release, have a seat. I want you to sit right on your sit bone, so really pull them back for me. Legs extended in front. Now the legs are active. We're not letting the legs drop out. Push the backs of the knees into the floor. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Now what we want the stretch to come from is from the hip, not from the upper back. So quite often when people stretch their hamstrings, they do this. Okay, the hamstrings don't act on the upper back. They act down here on the hip. So you can even place the hands behind you and press yourself forward. I find that really helps me get a deeper stretch in the hammies while reminding me to keep that spine long. Now, if you're new to the channel, you might not be aware, I do have a free 21-day fitness program on my website. The details are down in the description box. You just have to fill out a couple of questions so that the right workouts for wherever you are in your fitness journey get sent to you, and you'll get a workout a day for 21 days. It's a great way to do the right workouts on the right days, because there is a method to the madness in order to see results. Release, lean back, bend the knees, left ankle over right knee, walk that right foot towards the tush. Now press your chin, or pardon me, your chest towards your shin, that's what I was trying to say, and feel that stretch in that left glute and hip. And if you want, you can windshield wiper side to side. Anyways, thousands of women have gone through it. Thousands of women have seen results. As I said, the description's down below. So if you haven't already done it, grab it. It's free. What the heck? Oh, George is twitching. He's having a dream. The rabbits are chasing him. All right, let's do the other side. Let yourself drop back. Walk that left foot towards the bum. Ah, feel that? This hip's tighter on me. And then if you'd like, you can, what we call floss into the knee or into the hip joint by windshield wipering. Or you can keep it still and just press yourself forward. Final stretch into your lats and shoulders and triceps. Arms in a V position. Sit your bum back, forehead to mat. Keep the arms straight, however. Feel that length happening down the sides of the body. Now, bend the elbows, let them sit on the floor, and place the hands behind the back. Behind the neck is where mine are resting, and walk the elbows forward to get into those triceps. And breathe. Release, come on up, and you did it! Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and drop a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. If you like the workout, give me a thumbs up. Maybe share it with another woman in your life that you know, maybe a friend, a colleague, a sister, that could use some help strength training. And we will see you next workout. Bye. Whew. Okay, this is ridiculous. I can't believe. Oh, the hair is still staying. That's not bad. Oh, there we go. There's the cowlick. There it is. There she is. Yeah. See you later.